Great comments on my last video. A lot of people pointing out that the damage that Donald Trump is doing to the U.S. economy is intentional, that he's intentionally damaging the U.S. economy. And the interesting thing about that, of course, is that it takes away comparators. There's not other times that you can say people intentionally did things that were so destructive and damaging to an economy as we're seeing with Donald Trump. If you look at the financial crisis of 2008, that was bad management. It was foolish that the government didn't place restrictions on these bundling these mortgages in this way, created the financial crisis. But that was just one thing in the economy, right? It wasn't like everything in the economy. Trump is damaging everything in the economy, taking away the workers, of course. So we've seen people being deported, the tariffs, and laying off all of these federal government employees whose salaries get spent in the community. These are, all things, and we can go on, right? It's like just look at the cancellation of F-35s by Portugal and likely by everybody else in the future. Some things you can reasonably predict because you've got a past comparator that you can use, but we don't have a past comparator. The only thing that we can look at is the Great Depression, and there's nobody around with living memory of the Great Depression who can explain it to us. But we do know, of course, from the history books, thankfully humans are capable of passing on information in written form and teaching each other, that it was not too difficult to get into the Great Depression, but incredibly difficult to get out of the Great Depression. And they got into it fairly fast. We're getting into this much quicker because it's an intentional act of destruction against the U.S. economy and consequently the global economy. We're all going to feel it. I have to thank Mark Carney for doing all the things that he's doing to detach us from the U.S. right now, and I could go through and explain why he's doing each one of those things. It is fascinating to see. It will protect us to the extent that it can, but it can't protect us entirely. But in any event, the difficulty of getting out of that, of a depression, of this Trump Great Depression, is going to be something that none of us could even really anticipate, because it's not something you can reasonably predict. And take a look at this tree beside me. You can see the moss. This is the south side of the tree. Let's walk around. That's the north side of the tree. Some things you can reasonably predict, like the moss on a tree. But how do you predict how we will escape the Trump Great Depression when we've never been in a situation where someone has intentionally undermined the economy, has intentionally put the economy into collapse mode, and has taken away all of the things that stabilize the economy at the same time? Can't really predict that. It's going to be, me as a amateur economic prognosticator. All I can tell you is it's going to be bad. What I can't tell you is how long it's going to last. The really sad thing for me, when I consider it, I'm in my late 50s, okay? I'll be okay. I've made enough money that I'll survive, and if I pack it in next week, I'm okay with that. But if you think about, like, my kids, teenagers, people in their 20s and 30s and 40s, this is your time. Like, this is your opportunity. This is your era. This is your period when you're supposed to be able to make it, that hard work will get you ahead. And you're entering a dead zone. You're entering a period of time where there will be no opportunity, very little opportunity, and we'll watch declining lifestyles, declining standards of living, and you're not going to have the enjoy the benefit of what your parents had, because Donald Trump has taken away the good economy that you once enjoyed.